Happy Friday, Vendasta, and welcome to All Hands for November 21st. Please put your hands together for your host today, Brendan King!
Check, check, check. All right. Holiday party day. We're doing a Christmas party tonight. All right. I'm excited for this. Friday, November 21st, 2025. Welcome to All Hands. What's that? Jean's making jokes? Oh, Robin made it to Friday. We had the board meeting this week. It was probably saw lots of people around. It was a lot of fun. We had a great meeting. All right. So this is the meeting where I get to give everybody a synopsis of the board meeting. Some people love it, and I'm sure some people don't love it so much. All right. So today we've got 2 new hires. We've got some anniversaries, a couple of kudos, and a customer love. And then Katrina's got, I might move. Should we move this one to right now? Yeah. Can we do that? Can I throw the schedule in disarray and move this to right now? Come on, Katrina. Yep,
Oh,
Katrina. Good to go?
Good to go. Yeah. Oh, my slides are in the main deck. Oh, here we go. Thank you. So, hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy holiday party day. I'm Katrina from the marketing team, and I'm here to give you just a quick update on the award we won yesterday and some background and what it means for us. So hopefully you all saw that Vendasta was named one of Canada's most admired corporate cultures for 2025 yesterday. Woohoo! So first and foremost, huge congratulations to you all for making it possible. It's our people and our culture that drive performance and help us succeed, so this award is for you. Okay, so the award is awarded by Waterstone Human Capital. So they are a leadership advisory and cultural talent management firm. They focus on leadership development, exec recruitment, and some other measurement and assessment services. They have been running the awards for the last 23 years. As well as the Cultural Award, they have Canada's Most Admired CEO, which Brendan won back in 2022, and the Most Admired Chief People and Culture Officers Award. So the Most Admired Corporate Culture Award recognizes companies where culture drives performance and is considered one of Canada's most respected culture awards. Okay, so just a quick look into what we have to do for this award. It is quite comprehensive. There are 7 different categories that we're assessed in. They look at vision and leadership and how our leadership culture. They look at our hiring process and how we help people grow. They also look at how we measure culture, as well as DEIB and CSR. And finally, they look at our performance. So a lot of work goes into this application, and thank you to everyone who worked on this, especially Jean, and thank you to the rest of the People Ops team and Mitch in finance and anyone else who was involved. So, why does all this matter? Well, first and foremost, it recognizes and celebrates our people and culture, how we show up for each other and how we build great things together. It strengthens our story and validates that our culture drives performance. And of course, it creates brand awareness so we can attract new partners and top talent to bring to the team. We were recognized in the mid-market category, which was for companies with revenues of 100 million Canadian dollars up to 500 million Canadian dollars. You might recognize some of the big names in our category, including Nicola Wealth, who is one of our investors. So it's a real honor to be on this list here. And, So thank you to everyone who posted about this yesterday. And if you haven't already, we'd love if you could celebrate our win. It really makes a difference and helps boost visibility. You can repost our LinkedIn post there from yesterday or share your own story, which we'd love. Or you can use one of our pre-written posts that Nakia shared in the announcement channel yesterday. And thanks to Nakia for all the work on helping to promote this win. So that's it. Congratulations again to you all. It's well deserved. Thank you for all for making Vendasta a great place to work. You might have noticed that we have some bubbly at the back, and we're going to do a little toast. Just cheers to you all. If you have your bubbly, cheers and congratulations. It's well deserved, and thank you again.
Katrina thanked everybody except for herself. She puts a ton of work into this. Thank you, Katrina. It's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. I just saw that, and I had to move that to the front because I didn't want to watch this bubbly the whole time. I wanted to drink it. No. All right. So let's get right into it. New hires. Who do we have? We've got Haley Smith, Onboarding Specialist 1, and Andrew Ewan, Customer Success Manager 2. And we all know Andrew, he's a returning Vendastian. So congratulations, and glad to have you. Anniversaries. Oh, yeah, why am I going so fast? How could I forget this? This is my favorite part. Come on up. We're going to talk a little bit about yourself, and you're going to sing us a song. Are you guys a duet? Oh, yeah? Do you care if I join you? No, I'm just kidding. No, you don't want me. All right. So just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from.
Okay, my name's Hadley. I'm originally from small town Saskatchewan, and then I moved to Kamloops, BC. I got my BBA at Thompson Rivers University, and I also played on the varsity women's volleyball team.
My name's Andrew. I'm originally from Regina. Was here back in 2018 to 2020, back in the Avenue building, and then moved to Vancouver, married my wife, and now we're back here. Vancouver got really expensive. And so, so yeah, we're back. It's great.
Do you want to hold it?
Yeah. Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba, it does never seem so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I like that one. Yep, that's good. All right. I'm so glad we didn't miss that. Sorry about that. All right. That was great. Take me out to the ball game. That's another good one we could sing sometime. Yeah. All right. Okay. No, you don't want to hear me sing, like I said. Anniversaries. Let's get right into them. So in 1 year, we got Varun, paid media specialist in Chennai. All right, Varun. 2 years, we've got Christian Nishiganda and Vivek Kanakan. All right, congrats. And 5 years, Johan Monroe, who when he started, he told me, I am going to be the best sales rep yet. And I think, did you get there, Johan? I think he has sometimes. All right, let's have the video from the team.
Johan, congratulations on 5 years with Vendasta. That is a big milestone. I will say it's only second to your next milestone of officially becoming the second richest 24-year-old that anyone really does know. And that's no cap, fam. All jokes aside, I just wanted to say thanks a lot for all your hard work and dedication. You're an inspiration to us all, and you really do put your mind deep into the craft, and it shows with what you get on the other side, which is great results. Parting advice is to remember to cash out your chips at the blackjack table when you quadruple up.
Johan, congrats on 5 years. We almost got hired together. We were almost fired together. It's been quite the journey over these last 5 years. You're a hell of a sales guy. You know, you're a great neighbor. You keep your side clean, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what the next 5 years looks like, buddy. Congrats on 5 years.
Johan, Brohan, happy 5th anniversary, my guy. Huge milestone, one of the few remaining survivors from the next 100 draft class. Class so tough, they should honestly hang your jersey on the 17th floor. I still remember the day you joined Vendasta, and my first two thoughts were, sick. We hired another Filipino dude. He's actually Colombian. The second thought was, how the hell did we hire a teenager? Ripped up designer jeans and a dream. Truly an icon. To your credit, you have recruited some absolute legends on the sales floor, such as Ivan and maybe Safwan, depending on the day. And let's not forget, one of my biggest mistakes was ever trading you for Hank back in the days. Top 10 worst managerial decisions of all time. Definitely a low IQ play on my end. ESPN might actually do a documentary on it. Fun fact about Johan, I think he's dated every waitress at Cactus Club. Woof, woof, buddy. On a serious note, you have been an all-star to work with. Very mature, reliable, grounded, thoughtful, and complain a lot. JK. You have grown a ton over the last 5 years, and it's been awesome to watch. Here's to more years of success, Vendasta soups and sandwiches, and Ragers at Night Market. God bless, buddy, and congrats again.
Johan, congratulations on finishing 5 amazing years at Vendasta. You came here as a young boy, I think probably 19 or 20 years of age, and you're just, 24, 25, and have done some amazing things at Vendasta. That's huge, man. Congratulations. Looking forward to, doing some great things with you on the Outbound squad, and wish you all the best.
Hey, Johan, what is up? Congratulations on 5 years, man. You're one of the hardest working dudes I've met here at Vendasta. Definitely a wealth of knowledge, and you put the team as a priority on your list of things to do. So if we need a new sales deck or something like that, you're not afraid to get your hands a little dirty to make something that we can use. So super appreciate you, man. I know I had a blast with you in Calgary when we went to Social West, got to know you a little bit more, and you're definitely a killer here. So keep up the good work, and one day you might get the Deliver Results Award.
Hey, Joe, happy 5-year anniversary. You're a great AE, you're a great dude. And I'll never forget when I was a brand new SDR, I sent my very first demo ever to you. You came up to me after, said, great job. He's going to close for sure. As you expect, he didn't actually close, but you still made a new SDR feel pretty good. I have one task for everybody watching this and wants to wish Johan a happy 5-year is I want everybody to walk home today with one shoe on, to commemorate Johan's walk home in Vegas at the TNC conference a couple of years ago. Happy 5 years.
What's going on, my guy, Joe Chow? Happy 5-year anniversary, man. I still remember when you came day one, you had your head in the right place. And I remember, reaching out to you and trying to help you in every way for you to, grow. And it's been amazing what you've done the 5 years here. So proud of you, buddy. I just want to wish you a happy 5-year anniversary and looking forward to the next 5 years. Take care, buddy. Happy anniversary.
Hey, Johan. Great job on 5 years. It's been so fun to work with you and learn from you. Coming in, you were somebody who I could always ask if I had questions. So it was really fun growing with you along the way as well. Happy 5 years. I'm super excited that you're back on our team, back in your spot, and learning so much from you now. And it's so amazing to watch you grow as a person and in your career. Congrats again on 5 years, Johan. And here's to 5 more.
Johan, congratulations on 5 years. Time sure does fly by. I want to share everyone this here. Everyone's probably wondering why I have this behind me. The little thing about Johan, he likes spending a lot of money at the Dakota Dunes Casino. And when he wins, he likes to tell everyone about it. So, he's talking to his girlfriend here that he won $400. And she goes, yay. And he stopped after that, right? It really made me think of a very common meme of a young Natalie Portman and Anakin Skywalker, pumped. Yeah, you stopped after that, right? And then they both, stare at each other in disbelief after he loses everything. Same thing that happened here. Congratulations, Johan.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold.
Okay, I learned some things there about Johan. Yeah, that's great. All right. 6-year anniversary, Chris Allenby and Greg Brownwell. All right. And 14 years, Rui Zhang. No picture. We're gonna get a picture. Yeah. What's that? Ray. I thought I've been calling you the wrong name for like a long time now, so I'm sorry about that. Razang. Okay, sorry about it. Kudos. Okay, everyone knows our leadership principles. I'm just going to get right into the kudos. So we've got from Sentil to Ramathan. And he says, I'd like to give a big shout out to Ramathan for his exceptional work over the past few weeks in resolving critical support bugs, especially those that surfaced following the Python migration. Thanks, Brent. He consistently stayed on top of the high priority issues in reputation management and customer voice, provided timely support to Brent whenever he needed, and ensured that services were restored as quickly as possible. His strong sense of ownership, quick turnaround on customer-reported issues, and willingness to help others stand out and deserve great appreciation. Thank you very much. All right. From Jillian asked, this is to Nitesh. Nitesh was instrumental in bringing the Vendasta site migration to life, and it is a nice site. He led the initial build, setting up the core templates and UI blocks that became the foundation for our new site. Beyond his technical expertise, he provided guidance throughout the project and jumped back in near the end to help coordinate a smooth and successful launch. His work helped establish a new foundation for our website, one that will support future growth, scalability, and making it easier to build and evolve with confidence. Thank you, Nitesh, from Jillian and from the rest of us. All right. Customer love. Okay, this is a cool customer love. So Alan sent me this. This is from the CEO, JC of Plum Boys, and it's to Punky. It's his About Me digital twin. And he says, I'm JC, the CEO of Plum Boys, and I'm your boss. I'm testing out your features, seeing how you respond. JC, the legend himself, I'm honored to put you through the paces. I'm honored to be put through the paces. Testing me out is a rite of passage, and hey, I'm built to make you proud. So if there's anything specific you want to challenge me with, hit me with your best shot. I'm all ears, well, all code. And his JC comes back, haha, we'll pick up this conversation later. I have to go to work. You're doing a good job. Hold down the fort, thanks. And he goes, you got it, boss. I'll keep things running smooth while you're making plumbing history. Catch you later, JC. If you need anything else or want to throw me another curveball, just drop by. Stay legendary. That's pretty cool, hey? It's trained on, so it's trained on JC, so JC got more of what JC wants, just the way that he talks on his blog and on his LinkedIn, on his Facebook, and it's pretty awesome. So that is the way JC talks, I guess. All right, events. We've got a holiday party tonight, so at 3 o'clock, okay, because I'll forget to tell everybody this. At 3 o'clock, you know, if you need to go get ready for that party, knock yourself out. It's usually when we start to have a few beers. I don't know if we're doing that today. I don't think so. Nope, no beers today. Just go get ready for the party. November 28th, mustache competition deadline. I'm not in it this year. December 4th, kids holiday party. Oh, that is always the most fun. If you ever see these little kids run around and Santa and presents, I don't know what we're going to do this year, but it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. December 5th is hobby hour. So those details are coming soon. All right. So learning ops, week of this week, 24th to 28th next week. Build mode. I thought John was going on paternity leave, but I guess not yet. Okay. Plus, he's going to be bored on maternity leave, and he'll probably do these anyways. And November 26th is Vendasta Workflow Wednesdays with Alistair. So looking forward to that. All right. We did the congratulations. I skipped that because I wanted to get the drink. Okay, we'll do the CEO update. All right. Presentation. Good. All right. So every year we do 4 board meetings. At least 2 of them usually are in person. This one was in person, so you probably saw a lot of folks going, were here. We actually have 2 new board members. I didn't have this in the talk, so I'll have to do this off the top of my head. One is Eric Johnson. He's the CEO of SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey is about a $400 million business. We were out with Eric last night. He's a blast. He's super smart. He's adding a lot to our board. The second one is Brent Ramey, and he is the CMO, or was. He just left. He can't tell us where yet, the CMO of Cloudflare for 3 years. And Brent, he's awesome too. So we've added some super talent to our board, and we're you know, they were a lot of fun to meet with. We met the day before and during the board meeting. They're all super helpful. And it's you combine that with Brad Feld, and we've actually got a killer board. We got a board that rivals any private or public company anywhere. You know, we with that and the rest of the folks we have, like Paulie and others, and it's quite the board. Oh, there's going to be an announcement on those board members, so don't just exit just yet, or LinkedIn it, or whatever you want to call it. We'll just wait till we lead with that. It's pretty exciting. Okay, so the board meeting kind of looks like this. There's an in-camera. Then we went through the financial and business review for Q3 and Q4. But this one, you look at this time. Actually, this is not even indicative of it. I think the comment was, Brian, you have 120 seconds to cover this first three things. So, like, you know, we've asked our board to read the deck. There's a lot of material there. It was about it's too long. It was about 186 slides or something like that. And we're going to cut that down. We're not going to invest that much time in it. But, you know, I did get a lot of compliments. It's one of the better decks. I say it rivals a public company deck. So we want to spend a lot of time on reconceptualizing the business, this AI workforce. This opportunity is massive that we have. And then we got into going through our corporate strategy and our preliminary budget, and then we do governance, and then in camera. And it was a fantastic meeting. I'm going to talk quickly about the in-camera. That's where I set the tone for the deck. They've all read the materials. And basically, you know, one of the things that I'm really proud of that this team has done over the last 3 years is, you know, when we were doing the roadshow in 2021, and we were looking to go public, our gross margins were about 49.5%, because we had mostly the channel, was all channel, and you know, we hadn't made any acquisitions yet, and our marketplace revenue was a big chunk of what we were doing. We're closing this year at 69% gross margin across the entire company. And we're moving to 77% over the next 3 years. We'll be 75% by the end of 2026 gross margins, which is, you know, really an amazing thing. And on top of that, you know, we're closing this year at a break even. So, like, we're right near break even this year, and it's a pretty thing that everyone should be proud of. And so, you know, now we can go forward with growth in mind. And when we look at the company in where we want to go, and you'll see this in the deck, is over the next 3 years, we want to get to 150 million next 12-month revenue at a 77% margin. And that puts us at that rate at a 33% revenue growth rate, an even higher ARR growth rate, and profitable. And that'll make our company, you know, the shares that you own have a value that, if we can get this done, that could be, as, you know, in the 8 to 12 range of that $150 million. And then you can figure out, you know, based on there what a share would be worth. But it's a big opportunity. And how are we going to do that? We're mostly going to do that. How are we going to get to that growth rate? There's three sort of main things, or four, that we're doing. One is our AI. So the AI employees that we deployed this year, we grew that ARR from a small 1.2 million at the start of the year to $5.4 million run rate at the end of the year. So this next year in 2026, we're actually going to grow that to by an additional $11 million run rate. Over the course of 2026, we're actually going to grow the run rate of Vendasta we're just under 75 million. We're going to grow it to just under 95 million, by $21 million by the end of this year. And so half of that is going to come from our AI growth. The other half is going to come from reducing some of what I call the melting icebergs that we have in the business, and focusing on our proper customers. So when we think about the business, I can take our traditional media companies. So this would be the Yellow Pages and the newspapers, and yes, there are still some Yellow Page companies. That revenue in 2025 declined from $7 million run rate to a $4.7 million run rate. That's a 33% decline. Half of that, though, was our own doing. We did what we call digital partnership takeovers. So we took $1 million, so it went from 7 to 4.7. We took 1.1 million of that was wholesale revenue to us as a channel partner. So these are the acquisitions or the digital partnerships we made, where we take over those customers direct. So that $1.1 million, 5X's basically. And in this case, it was, I think, about a $4.8 million net to us. So that is we turn a losing sort of situation into a winning situation by doing those. And we're looking to double down on that in the next year. The second thing is SEO. So our marketplace is, it's been as high, I think, as $14 million, but right now it's about a $10 million run rate, and we think it's going to go to an $8 million run rate. Our marketplace is 80% SEO. It's just SEO vendors in there, and the margin of our marketplace is generally about 30%, but with some of the churn and things, Brian keeps telling me it's actually more like 21%. Meaning, if you have $10 million in revenue, you're only getting, 30%, $3 million, maybe less of actual revenue, gross margin, dollars you can spend. And so this doesn't mean that we, want to get rid of it or anything else. We hope we can grow it, actually. But we're seeing across the board, and other people are seeing, you might have saw that SEMrush just sold to Adobe. Our board members were having an inside chuckle because, Brad Feld in particular was part of Moz, which was another search company that has sold, which competed with SEMrush. And he thinks that deal doesn't make any sense, that Adobe basically got hoodwinked because SEO, in his mind, is dead. Now, I don't think SEO is dead, but I think it is changing. And when we look at our SEO decline from 10 to 8, I think that 8 is going to continue to decline. And it's declining at about an 18% run rate. Now, again, it's not a terrible amount of revenue, but it's really hard to grow if you're actually losing revenue or margin on the other side. So we have to find a way to look at that. So when we pull it apart, actually it's not an SEO problem. It is, because that's the product that's there, but it's an agency problem. So we have a bunch of small agencies that don't have any customers, that if they want to make some money, to sell a $20 or $50 reputation product won't help them. They need to sell a $1,500 or a $2,000 SEO product, even if it costs, if they sell it for $2,000, it costs $1,000, they still make $1,000. So they've sold those probably to their brothers and uncles and moms, and then go out of business, and we lose that part of the business. The other area we lose on is some of these agencies only look at us as a white label marketplace reseller. And that's how some of our competitors like to paint us. And so, but some of them have come to us to just sell SEO. And after a while, if they're just selling SEO, they're going to realize, why don't I just buy that direct from the vendor, and I don't need Vendasta's subscription. I don't need to pay that. And so we've lost some there too. So this is a problem that we're focusing on, is we don't want to be a white label marketplace reseller. So those are the things I talk about in the in-camera. So to set the stage for the deck, we do the review. We pop through these. Brian does it in, a little more than 120 weird time, and I think it's 180. But everyone's read these, and our results, you guys see them all. They're, we have a fine Q3, Q4. Where we think we're going to continue to do okay. Not as good as we want to do, but good enough. And then go into what initiatives are we doing. So these initiatives tie up to our 3 or 4 strategies at the top level that we have. And so all the people on here are owners of these, and they get to talk about them. But John was talking about the Broadly 2.0 migration, and we're saying that one's at risk. And it's at risk because Broadly is slow at actually implementing the APIs that we need them to implement, so we can or Neighborly. Thank you. Neighborly is slow at implementing the APIs that we need them to implement, so that we can move them across and turn off the Broadly 1.0. We've got other folks. I think Jeff's got a team calling the Broadly 1.0 customers and saying, hey, we've got this new product, you can look at it. So we're doing all the work to get there, and hopefully we can turn down the Broadly 1.0 infrastructure very early in the new year. Causes us a lot of overhead, and there's problems with Twilio, who's sending the SMS, and all of these things. So there's many problems with that. So we're looking forward to turning down the Broadly 1.0 infrastructure. Then we have the AI workforce. That's on track. We're looking to release that infrastructure so we can have, including the custom AI, reputation management, and our sales AI, so that we can, have any AI, basically the platform. The third one is one platform. This is really, really interesting strategically, a big, big pillar of 2026. This right now is in planning, so it's on track, and we're going to turn it into a company strategy in 2026. And the idea here is that our partners and our small businesses sign up basically to Business Center and get all the products, and we treat them as a customer first. Even if they're, like today, if you sign up, you get into Partner Center, that's a heavy slug. And it takes a really long time for you to get to value to see, our AI employees or anything else. Tomorrow, you'll sign up as an SMB first. Whether you're a partner or whether you're an SMB, that's how you'll sign up. And this is a big part of our strategy. And we're going to focus on our ideal customer profile, what we call our ICP, being the SMB. So in the past, for years, we always struggled. Who is our customer? Is it the agency? Is it the small business? Well, we say, small business, well, they just use the software. Really, we've got to make the small business our customer and draw them through. Because in the past, we were selling advertising and marketing. That's largely done for the small business by the partner. So the partner they had agency over their small business. They said, hey, I'm going to use these things to do advertising and marketing. You don't even need to know about them. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this platform and sell you this stuff. And they said, okay. But when you get into the communications and you get into the inbox and the CRM and the billing and payments, booking and scheduling, the small business uses those. And the partner doesn't have as much agency over those. We need to be the thing that those small businesses want to use, and partners will come. Number 4 is onboarding new customers. We're a little off track. There was a bunch of metrics around how can we get these guys to value. One platform is going to really help with that, but we're off track. We're finding it hard to get our customers to sign up to what is the big Partner Center and get through to value. We're doing better, but we're a little off track. And then on Convert Marketing Services, Sandy's doing a good job. We have same-day delivery to 60% of our new orders. We've got our billings setup has increased by 25%. These things are all happening, so we're on track here. Marketing Services is doing a great job of bringing AI on board. Digital partnerships. This is where we take over businesses who no longer want to be in the business. So we've done Buy Local Media, which was a yellow page in California at the start of the year. We did Comporium in a June timeframe because they were getting out of the digital business. We did Summit Media Systems, is just closed. There's a couple of small ones, Neighborly and Studio 98, who wasn't traditional but decided they didn't want to be in the business. And we basically take over their customers and service them as direct. And so that's been a really good thing for us. We've done more than we anticipated. Big shout out to Jeff Falcomer, who's basically muscling these over the line himself. We're going to have to change next year and give that team some resources. SOC 2 compliance, pretty excited. Go to yesware.vendasta.com, trust.yesware.com or trust.vendasta.com, and you will see that we've got, I understand we are getting a clean audit on the Yesware one. Vendasta is in the compliance period. So hopefully we get through that and you'll be able to say, yeah, just go to trust.vendasta.com. We have SOC compliance. So that's a great thing. And then resell existing customers. So we wanted to go into our biggest customers and have QBRs or SBR, strategic business reviews, and we're just behind some of the numbers there. So we wanted some really big ones. We've got some numbers going, but we're not quite there on that. So we're missing on just a couple. This is what we spent most of the time on. I meant to have you notice that, we had an hour and a half for this. This was the bulk of the meeting, and I think we spent more than an hour and a half. And we're talking about what is the opportunity with AI. No one knows it better than this team that's here. I have obviously been on this for a while with that letter that got sent out at the end of 2022 and we've been just going on AI as an opportunity since, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And so we really believe that AI is changing the nature of work. And you'll hear me say it over and over that, software used to be designed for people to do a job. And software made your job easier to do. In the future, software is going to be designed for AI to do the job and people to manage the AI. So you don't write a blog post, you set a strategy. I want to drive traffic to my website. You don't even have to call the customer or choose the content or decide if it's blogs or social posts. The AI does that. You just set the strategy and monitor that strategy. And the impact is massive. So there's, this is the important part to take away from this. The 98% of small businesses are saying that, the economy is their top stressor. 67% of all small businesses say, I don't have enough staff. 72% want more automation to reduce manual work. 72%. And 27% believe they can safely and effectively implement AI. There's the opportunity. They don't think they can do it. And we have to help them do it. You've seen this slide before, but it's worth noting again. The work complexity goes from low to high, and productivity goes from low to high. The bottom left is a spell checker. You've all used it. Copilot, that's autocomplete, whether you're using Cursor and getting it to finish the line of code, or whether you're going to OpenAI and saying, I want to write a blog post about this, give me the content, or writing an email. That's this Copilot. Human feels 2 times faster, but still doing the job. Once you cross the autonomy threshold, this is where the AI is actually doing the job, and the AI meets some reliability. So what we're doing with Neighborly is nobody is talking to those people, nobody is booking those meetings. The human only gets involved after the meeting is booked. What we're doing is we're setting the content, we're setting the guardrails, making sure they have the information, doing the training, setting the strategy by saying you're supposed to capture leads and ask for zip code. We're doing all that. And the AI, we're making sure it meets some reliability. 45% plus leads are captured. And it's a better job in some cases than humans, which moves us to the next stage. And we're seeing in here where you now are setting up monitors and KPIs and alerts, and actually the AI has end-to-end ownership of doing that whole lead booking. Or it might have any other type of job. At some point this year, I hope that AI will call our customer on behalf of an agency and say, this is, so-and-so calling. It's time for your content. We'd like to know what's new in your business. Ask a set of questions. AI will say, you know what, I'm gonna build some content for you, send you SMS you a link. You can look at that link, and if you like the content, don't worry, we'll publish it on the dates that we've said. If you don't, just talk back to me, leave a voice note. And so that content will be published with no one at the digital agency, no one at Vendasta, no one at the SMB ever lifting a finger, and the content can be published. So that is where we have an AI employee. And that will happen in this next year. And then you can get to a place where the AI actually becomes a self-improving job manager. And that's where the AI actually talks to other AI, orchestrates it across a team. And there's some really cool things happening there. I won't go into too many details, but we'll get some particular studies about what might that look like, and we'll share some of those. I was just using, I don't know if some of you I put it in the leadership channel, I should put it everywhere, but Gemini released Gemini 3 yesterday, and Pro, and with Nana Banana, when I was in India, we were trying to, how might we not use Canva to make an image? Because oh, wow, you can't change this, and you can't change that, and you can't make it do this. That's all gone now. I asked it to make a picture and then do the hard things. Like I had a guy with a glass of wine and a clock standing up and said, hey, make the wine fill to the brim. Couldn't do that before. Make the clock say 10:15. Couldn't do that before. It did these things perfectly without changing the rest of the image. Add in a Vendasta logo on the back wall, and it did that. So, and you can upload pictures to help do that. So you don't really need to have an editor anymore, and AI can actually take over those jobs and take the human completely out of the process. All right, did I go too far? So this reveals a massive high-stakes opportunity. So we think that, and not we think. I got McKinsey and Gartner and Mason saying that, you know, the software space is a $200 billion AI space and is growing at 25 to 30% compound annual growth rate, meaning it's growing pretty fast. And around that software, there's a $1 trillion opportunity for setup and services and ongoing maintenance. If anyone, you know, our board members talk about Salesforce, which, by the way, they have the same opinion I do. They all said without a doubt, there isn't one company that wants to continue to use Salesforce. Nobody wants it. So, you know, everybody wants away from it because it costs so much to run and deploy and maintain. And this is what I'm going to show you our opportunity is. We have this first mover advantage, but how can we come after it? The irony is that small businesses need AI the most, but they're least able to make it happen. They just can't do it by themselves. And so with this Shift AI, we're going to, Brad Feld calls this our right to win. I used to call it our strategic advantages. They're the same thing. Right to win sounds cooler. It means like you have the right to win, but you still got to do it. It doesn't just come to you. And what's our right to win? Well, one, we have proprietary knowledge. So we have all of this data that we collect out of the box. We've been building it for 10 years. When you make a business in the Vendasta platform, you start to get all the business listings, you get all the review data, you start to get social data, you get website data, you get advertising and marketing data, and we gather that data without anyone doing anything. And we can make it available to the AI, and we can prepare it and make it available, and very few people can do that, if anyone. We also have, in our platform, these capabilities, things to do with advertising, market, sell, bill, fulfill, deliver, and support. So we can do things. We can respond to a review. We can make a social post. We can make a phone call. We can log it in a CRM. So we have all this work, these things that we can do out of the box, end to end. And now with Model Context Protocol, or MCP, we can probably easily do this across the entire stack for somebody that's got an MCP server. So you can imagine that you could check to see when you're scheduling an appointment if anyone called in sick, and if they did, reroute it to a different truck if you're a plumber, things like that. And then we have scalable distribution. So we have a partner channel, and that partner channel lets us cost-effectively deploy this AI at scale. So we've got our configurator coming. We're doing it with Neighborly. You can deploy at scale AI to Molly-Maid, and then to AirServe, and then to any other group you want. Very few people have that. All the smaller product-led entrants, they don't have that. They have to do it one-off. So those are our advantages. So, you know, when we used to talk about this tech stack across the bottom, everything a small business needs to run, and you can see we've got the capabilities and the data for marketing, advertising, CRM and sales, our communication inbox productivity, that's our inbox and CRM, our billing and payments. We still got work to do with billing and payments, but I still got it there. And booking and scheduling, which we're really hitting with Neighborly and IOL right now. But we used to say these were for the future, and we're going to integrate them into the marketplace. The marketplace was a big, heavy thing where you have to do all this integration. You have to build the right billing model. There's an OAuth, and you got APIs, and there's a big integration process, and we're going to get 30% of the revenue. We don't have to do that anymore. Now, we're just going to allow our AI employees to access other products that small businesses use via an MCP. So the first one, you guys have seen it already, Shopify. You can shop in a cart today with the chatbot. You can look up, the next one is QuickBooks. You can start to look up a customer's invoice, maybe do a refund through an AI employee. So then we say, well, how do we stack up against the competition in this whole thing? So the way to do that first is to have a mental model. You know, I love my mental models. How do we think about the space? What do the competitors look like? Well, first off, there's these channel platforms. These are people who go through a channel and go direct. So Vendasta is there, and so is Go High Level. I mean, they have a very solid product. They are probably our #1 competitor. They're a horizontal platform like us, meaning they service any kind of SMB. They are built for an agency, and they are our number one competitor. Then we've got SMB horizontals. So these are people that they don't focus necessarily on a particular vertical. They go across the whole scope. They'll sell to any kind of SMB, but they're building a platform that isn't focused. It doesn't just do one job. It's across multiple aspects: marketing, advertising, billing, front of office, back of office. It could be anything like that. It's horizontal. And probably in this group, Podium would be our most current direct competitor. By the way, I've scoped this to people who are applying AI workforce employees. So AI employees. This is for people who are there's a lot of people who do these things but have not yet shifted to AI. I'm not worried about those guys as much as I'm worried about these ones who have shifted. And then you've got the verticals. So those are the most direct competitors to us. If you look at our direct enterprise, and Podium is there, they have eye-watering cost of acquisition. We have a huge advantage with our channel, and then layer on our direct acquisition. Now you go to the SMB verticals. What are these? These are people who have picked a vertical. So House Call Pro has picked plumbers. If you go to House Call Pro, you'll see their AI employee list, and they got them all. They got the dispatcher, they got the phone answer, they got they have about 10 or 7 AI employees. Ribbon is just for HR. Sully does the Artisan does SDRs, BDRs, for any of you who see them. They're very focused in one vertical. It proves the niche, but it certainly creates fragmentation. Their AI employees will not be able to act across the stack. They won't be able to check HR or billing or their reputation or social. They won't be able to do that, so we can do that. Developer platforms, these are ones, if you go to N8N's the most famous, it says built for the technical audience. There's zero chance a small business will be able to use that without some consultant doing it on their behalf. There's more like that, hard to use, probably not a small business tool. And then there's the enterprise titans, Salesforce, HubSpot, UiPath. There's simply no way they can get down to the right cost of acquisition to be able to sell to small businesses. They won't do it. Their model doesn't allow them to sell directly into an SMB. They're up here. So when we look at that, we look at it across the way we look at this is we say, hey, here's the verticalization, meaning are you horizontal or are you vertically specific at some plumbers? And then you look across here and say, or how small business do you go to how enterprise do you go? And so you can see I've got those segments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the advice that we're getting is the same as we came up with, is that I would worry about this channel the most. This channel actually came in second from our board's point of view anyway. This channel third in terms of worriness. But we're clearly focused on level. All right, we did some extra work. I'm not going to read this to you. We did a thing on Go High Level. They've got a lot of weaknesses that we can exploit, but a lot of strengths too. And then you've got Podium. They've got some weaknesses and some strengths. And the opportunity for us is really to become the only AI workforce platform that works out of the box for a small business. And that aligns perfectly with our one platform strategy, which I'm not going to spoil Brian's surprise to show you how that might work. I think he's next week. You next week? Oh yeah. Okay, I won't spoil that. But I will say this. I will say that the AI capabilities. So where we're going to play is places where we have the data and the knowledge, and the data, knowledge, capabilities can do something. Respond to review, create social content, post social content, and the distribution. So those are the areas we're really going to focus on. 3-year corporate strategy, I touched on at the start. We want to get to 150 million next 12 months revenue. We'd like an AI evaluation. We'd like that multiple to be 10x. In order to do that, it's got to look like this. This is what we're going to try to do together. The ARPA and the paying SMBs is our North Star metric. These things, I think that ARPA is too low. I think as we start to sell AI, it's going to be much higher, so we probably don't need as many SMBs, but it would be nice if we had both. And we've got this set of 3-year strategies. So one is to become the AI workforce platform for SMBs. That's pretty straightforward. 2 is to scale the distribution globally through direct and large partners. I'll talk more on that in a minute at the 1-year level. And then 3 is to scale under one brand and one platform. So it's part of the One Platform initiative, which is a big, big initiative. This next year, it's a smaller part, focusing on the first 30 seconds of the journey. But later on, it's going to be much bigger than that. And then number 4 is to harness AI to automate internal operations and customer experience. So what does it look like in next year? Well, I've already spoke to those numbers. It's 10.9 million in revenue, 21 million in ARR, moving our gross margin up, the dollars we get to spend from 69 to 75%. And this is how it looks. So we're going to launch our comprehensive AI workforce platform. So we're going to deploy employees that harness our core product features. That's those capabilities I talk about, and drive customization and scalable automation so that our partners can roll them out and that it's easy to sign up. Number 2 is to accelerate AI growth via direct motion and high-value partners. So we're going to focus on our direct motion plus our high-value partners. So we're still going to let small agencies sign up, but we're going to bound the constraints on that. We're going to go after a bigger agency. It's just as hard for us to sell and onboard, a Kaseya. Well, Kaseya might be a little harder than most, but it's like, but it is, we spend equally as much time with some of these agencies. And then on number 3, the One Platform is simplify and deliver instant value. This is like the user experience. You come on and everyone's an SMB. Whether you're a partner or a small business, you sign up and you get to an AI employee in seconds. And that AI employee can do jobs for you right out of the box. And number 4 is lead the industry in AI operational excellence. This is a relentlessly drive to automate internal processes. It's funny because, Shopify, Tobias said, if you want to hire somebody, you have to prove that AI can't do it. But I was like, that's not really quite right. I wouldn't say, it's easy to say that AI can't do this job, hire a person. It's easy. I'm saying what I'd like to see from us is, tell me what you've done in your department to automate your processes and use AI before you come to me and say, we need more people. Because I don't want to let anyone go ever. Nobody wants to do that. We're not doing that. I would rather repurpose people to use the AI. So I don't want to hire people that we're going to replace with AI later. I want to replace those jobs that are repetitive and low value, not low value, but repetitive and not fun. And then have our, Jean tells me she wants to pay the people we have more. That's one way to do that. So I'm going to ask every single department to say, what have you done to automate jobs? And when I say this, I don't mean to make a human's job easier. Because everyone comes to me and is like, look, we're using AI to make posts. No, I shouldn't pick that one, but that's not doing it. If you said, look, AI is doing the posts and dealing with the customers, not a human using AI. That's what I'm talking about, is like having the AI do the job. So I just saw that Shopify, Mark Brodall sent this to me and John, and it was a guy that I actually follow who's a board member of Shopify. And he was showing that they built a feedback agent that when they have a framework called Get Shit Done. That's what they use. And it's like when they build, ours is a software factory, same thing. So when software is done, they have a checklist to check it. Now, this thing got built. This thing checks, is there documentation? Does it follow all the principles and guidelines we have? And then it starts to look out on Reddit and all of their support hubs and all of their inbox conversations they use Slack, we use Spaces, through all of those things to find what people are saying about the software, and then comes back and scores that and brings real customer feedback back without a human doing it. It's their most used piece of software. It wasn't built by a technical team. It was built by a non-technical team, product and product marketing, to do that job that they couldn't do themselves, and that does it at scale. It's an MCP server that touches hundreds of different APIs and has over 100,000 different sort of runs through it, and it's one of their most valuable things. So then you know, I won't go too far into these. You're going to get lots more of these, but this launch the AI Workforce Platform. What does it mean? It means deploy the flagship employees, deepen the integrations, enable custom API, custom AI employees, and allow partners to configure them. Monetize our AI with usage credits, which is really exciting. We got a much more simple to understand process than our competitors, and scale workflow automation. 2, scale through direct and large scale partners. Kind of talked about this already. You can see what we're doing there. 3, one platform. This is super simplify the platform. We won't have a CRM, an inbox, or AI employees inside of Partner Center. Partner Center will be just for fulfillment. Campaigns and inbox and CRM will all just be in the business app. And we're going to lead the industry in operational excellence. And so we're going to do that. We're going to relentlessly automate internal workflows. I think we need a czar of AI. We need somebody to help to do that across the thing, track what we're doing, see how many, you know, man hours we're saving, utilize that to help our customers do the same thing. And we want to use our platform wherever possible. In those things that are advertise, market, sell, build, fulfill, deliver, and support, we're using our platform. It's okay to use other parts of it. If you can use it for other things, that's great. You don't have to, but we'd like to. And then we go into our preliminary budget. Again, there's the $21 million. So in AR, going from 73 to 9.6. I've explained this one. More than double the AI employees. We've got currently 18,000. We're going to add 25,000 plus. We're going to go to 44,000. We're going to stop traditional media melting iceberg. We said 4 digital partnerships with help with the board. This is changing. We're going to try triple this. So we're going to put some more resources toward this, and we're going to be going down to get all the rest of those guys. Franchise and direct ISV sales, we're going to focus on that. And then we're going to increase revenue retention, especially on the agency side. And we're going to do that in a number of ways. One is one platform to get them to value right away. And the other one's onboarding and all the other things, the good things we're doing there. So you can see there's what the AI employee doubling looks like. So it's going from, that's revenue. The run rate, though, is an $11 million run rate, which is super exciting. You can see all the things we're doing. ICP segmentation refresh, refined packaging, go-to-market enablement toolkit, realign RevOps and marketing. See, Ken is here to help do that. Develop outbound motion, align compensation, so it's properly aligned. Stop the melting iceberg. This is the list of partners, the top 15, $144,000 a month. If you look at that, there's $4.7 million in wholesale revenue. On average, when we take a partner over, it's somewhere north of 5x. That would be $23.5 million worth of revenue if we converted them all. We're not going to convert them all, and some of these might not even be conversion targets. They're just the top 25 in traditional media. And then we're going to increase high margin direct sales. So we're excited about this. You can, you know, this so that we're going to align with our ICP. We're going to focus on the SMB. We're going to look at our upfront acquisition costs. This is a pretty exciting one too. And then we're going to increase revenue retention. So you can see that our existing partners, you know, we used to have a positive net dollar retention. We're going to get back to that hopefully by the end of the year. Then we do governance and other business, and I think, I don't even know what time it is. I've gone longer, haven't I? Huh? You're over. I'm way over. So, is it time for the Christmas party now? Because it's just got dark. It might be. Well, I think I'm done. So, if anyone has any questions, I'm always here to answer questions. With that, and I got something for Jeff. Don't worry, we have Extra Life. But after we're done here, Jeff needs some help. So, some of you might know that we're moving. We're gonna on 13. We're gonna put a studio and storage. If you've ever been to 12, it looks like a storage place. Like there's all stuff scattered everywhere. If you come to 15, and we got stuff scattered everywhere. We're going to move all of that stuff to 13. We're going to set up a sort of almost an auditorium thing there, and we're going to set up a full-on recording studio that's always there. And we're going to move marketing services to 14 to be beside their customers. And hopefully this helps our account managers. And I'd like to see if we can somehow start to pair that up. So if you're Tanmay or somebody, kind of an account manager, you've got your accounts there. Maybe hopefully it's a marketing service person that services all your accounts, and you guys can talk. And so we're going to co-locate that way. And then we're doing the same with support. Support's going to move down to 12. So if they've got broken bugs, the developers are right there. And hopefully this helps people get together. So what Jeff needs is for how many people you need, Jeff? Everyone for 2 minutes, you carry one piece. You go from 12, and then on 12, Jeff will either give you a floor, or 13. You go to 13, and Jeff will say, take this to 12 or take this to 14. I think that's what. So if anyone could do that, that'd be great. The stairs are great. They're fun. Okay, with that, what's next? Okay. Got citizen developers, and I'm sorry I took so long. But this is going to be fun.
First all hands presentation. Been here for 4 years. Never had to do it until today. All right. Hello, everyone. So today I'm excited to share the journey of building Lexi, who is our internal learning and development AI assistant. My name's Emma, if we haven't met. I'm a learning experience specialist here, and I worked on this project with Shiva, who is our instructional designer. And this, of course, is our star, Lexi. She is our learning experience intelligence AI employee. Lexi is the realization of our vision to create a centralized knowledge hub for all things L&D at Vendasta. So, before Lexi, our learning resources were really scattered and fragmented. L&D fields a lot of requests from employees who don't know where to look to find the most updated and relevant information in all of our knowledge sources, like our LMS, documentation, YouTube channels, etc. The problem is L&D didn't know where a lot of those sources lived either, and that led to a lot of confusion, a lot of our time being spent just looking for things. So this is where our citizen developer journey began. We started by considering what knowledge sources existed at Vendasta and then brainstorming how we could pull all of those sources together into one AI employee. Then we jumped into Cursor to start developing code that we could use for our app scripts. As inexperienced citizen developers, I can't express enough how terribly this would have gone if we didn't use Cursor, so it was a huge help in ensuring our app scripts did what we actually needed them to do. There was a lot of trial and error. Sometimes they didn't work, but we got there eventually. And we had to learn a lot about prompting to achieve our goals as well. Then it was time to integrate those app scripts into Google Sheets and add those to our custom AI employee in the platform. At this stage, it was super important that the app scripts were automated to run consistently. We didn't really want to build something that required a ton of manual intervention every single week, since that would defeat the purpose of automating everything in the first place. And then finally, it was time to test. We spent a lot of time asking Lexi for resources, learning plans, and finding upcoming training sections, and then worked to refine those knowledge sources and capabilities that we fed her, as well as giving her a purpose and an overall prompt to ensure she gave us the best possible answers. And put it all together, and Lexi was born. Thank you to Rory for making her look like Pepper's little sister. So, revisiting the problem, we went from fragmented and outdated resources to one AI-powered interface where anyone at Vendasta can find resources that fit their learning needs in seconds. Sometimes 2 minutes when I tested yesterday, but it's fine. Lexi contains a multitude of resources, so over 1,220 courses and 150 learning paths, 100+ live session recordings, dozens of training videos, and countless pages of documentation are all integrated and synced daily into Lexi. The L&D team is now freed from answering "where's this training" questions, which we estimate will save us probably around more than 10 hours each month across the team. Lexi, one of the things I really like about her is she gives learners the option to watch, read, take, and do. So that'll help everyone find resources that allow them to learn the way that they learn best. And we also had some key partnerships that we could not have built Lexi without from R&D, both in Canada and India, so huge shout out to them for giving us a hand. So looking ahead, we want to troubleshoot our Google Chat integration options. Currently, Lexi lives on the front step, and we want to also create a process to log any training requests not yet covered as JIRA tickets. Maybe you ask for, I don't know, Conversations AI training. For some reason, there is none. We want to make sure that those needs get met eventually. And then as platform capabilities arrive, we're going to continue to build features that meet our learners' needs. All right, so we have a couple of quick demos. They're like a minute each, I promise. But one is of Lexi, and then I also have a video of Shiva chatting about how she used the knowledge she gained from the Citizen Developer Program to automate our communications process for New Hire Academy.
Introducing Lexi, your learning experience intelligence. Built using the Vendasta platform, Lexi is designed to make finding the resources you need for your career development simple and intuitive. Lexi is here to help everyone at Vendasta. Whether it's your first day, you want to learn a new skill, or you're moving into a new role, she simplifies your learning journey by giving you immediate access to the collective knowledge of Vendasta. Whether you're a new hire, like this developer getting their first week resources, or you're a longtime employee, Lexi will guide you. She can quickly create a multi-format onboarding plan, complete with estimated time to completion, and links to all the required materials. Lexi is a smart, centralized database of learning resources at Vendasta. She uses conversational AI to understand your questions and deliver precise, actionable information faster than ever before. Looking for upcoming training sessions? Just ask. Lexi can search the global training calendar to instantly confirm the next event, complete with registration and calendar links. Are you transitioning into a different role? Lexi can help with that too. She provides customized learning plans tailored to your new responsibilities, pulling from a variety of sources to ensure a comprehensive overview. Lexi's extensive knowledge base includes LMS courses, training session recordings and transcripts, YouTube videos, and internal documentation. And this is just the beginning. We continue to consolidate all Vendasta learning into one database, adding more resources every day to ensure Lexi is always your single, trusted source for learning and development.
That's Lexi. Now we have the video of Shiva.
Hey everyone, I'm Shivapriya, the instructional designer from Chennai, and I hope you all loved the demo of our little baby Lexi. Emma and I are so proud of what we built together, and honestly, Emma, she has been an incredible teammate through all of this. Here's what building Lexi and being part of this wonderful program did to us. It completely flipped how I approach work. Instead of thinking, how do I do this? Now I would think, how can I automate this? And that one shift, it has changed everything. For example, take New Hire Academy. Now, using AppScript and Google APIs, I have automated everything from session invites to speaker reminders to auto-scheduling meetings based on availability. 6 or 7 workflows that used to take hours every week, they just run themselves now. And I learned APIs, OAuth calls, repos, how to train AI employees, stuff I couldn't even imagine doing 6 months ago. Huge thanks to Cal, it has definitely been a life-changing program. So please try Lexi, and if this excites you, I would recommend you to join our next cohort of Citizen Developer Program. Let's keep building the tools that give us more time to work. Thanks everyone, over to you, Emma.
All right. So Lexi is now live on the front step. You can find her if you click on resources in the top navigation bar and then learning and development. She's right there. I also linked her to the Pepper page because I know a lot of people have built habits around that. So you can find her there as well. We know she's not perfect yet, and we're sure there's still a ton of resources to add. So you can feel free to ask her questions. And if you have any feedback, just send that to me, and we'll work on continuing to get all those resources consolidated. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
All right, folks. It's been a heck of a year this year for Extra Life, and I just wanted to give you a year-end roundup of what happened after Extra Life Game Day here in Saskatoon and in Chennai. and let you know how we wrapped up the year this year. It was a super successful year, and I just want to thank everybody who was involved, from our execs down to anybody that played games, anybody that came to help out, anything with fundraising, with anything. It was just great. I don't know if I can say that enough. Okay, so by the numbers, we helped Jim Pattison Children's Hospital Foundation here in Saskatoon, Nicholas Children's Hospital in Miami, and the Eden Charitable Organization in Chennai. Our Extra Life Game Day here in Saskatoon was on November 8th and 9th. Pre-game day, we'd raised almost $12,000 Canadian. Boca had more than 550. Saskatoon was more than 11 grand. And Eden Charitable Trust had raised more than 42,000 in rupees. And I think I wanted to point this out because this was all due to Pi Day. So that was another initiative we always have in March, and super, super successful. And it's been helping us get higher and higher numbers for all of these organizations. We are almost close to having raised $100,000 for Jim Pattison over the last 10 years. So that's huge. Now, on game day in Saskatoon, we raised more than $12,000 Canadian. Boca raised more than $3,500. Saskatoon was about $8,500. Sorry, that was together for Extra Life. And then Eden Charitable, also our Chennai office also raised almost 20,000 rupees for Eden Charitable as well. So that's huge numbers. So what that means is for game day and for Extra Life this year for the Boca Raton office, it was $4,100. That is Canadian to Nicholas. For Saskatoon, almost 20 grand to Jim Pattison Children's Hospital Foundation. For Eden Charitable Trust, almost 62,000 rupees. And one of the things here was we blew our goal away, which was 21,000 K, 15,000 American, so we blew that away. And our final rank out of 2,552 teams across the world, we were number 42. So, huge kudos to everyone that was involved. Thank you all so much for supporting such a great cause. And we'll see you again next March.
Doing the draw. All right. What if I pick my own? I do. I have it right. My ticket's right here. I can pick one. No. Oh, one off. Look at that. You want me to win. Because if I win, we're drawing again and getting it, and we double it. No, I'm one off.
You're 11.
Oh, 11 off. Shit. Damn it. Okay. 172 688 50. Oh, somebody's up here. If they're not here, they don't win. 10, 9, 8. Well, I want them to run, though. All right. We believe in it. Choice.